Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jide. I talk about lifestyle. Currently, I live in Guelph, Canada. So I share stories about how to live and thrive in Canada, how to become the best you can, and how to achieve your dreams. I also talk about mindset, positive mindset, how to position yourself to becoming the best you ought to be. Okay, as an immigrant in Canada, I have discovered that there are quite many odds against an immigrant. And from time to time, an immigrant needs to tell himself, okay, that he can make it. You can actually achieve your goals, okay, regardless of how many odds are against you. Personally, I believe that although I'm an immigrant in Canada, I have what it takes to succeed as an immigrant in Canada. So I keep telling myself I have the capacity. I can do it. There is nothing a Caucasian does that I can do. There's nothing an Asian does that I can do. Okay, as a person from an African descent, I believe I have what it takes. Okay, to compete favorably with anybody anywhere in the world. So I talk about mentality. I talk about mindset. I talk about thriving in Canada. So if you are watching this video outside Canada, I'm sure you are going to have one thing or the other to pick, and then I'll look forward to you sharing your comments on what you think about today's video. So today's video, I want to talk about a book I read 10 to 12 years ago. The title is Live Full, Die Empty. I think it was written uh, by a US guy. I can't remember the name exactly. Okay, so that is the title, Live Full, Die Empty. Okay, so by the way, my name is Jide. If you like my channel, please do like it and subscribe. Smash the like button so that anytime I post a video, you are notified and you are updated on my uh, thoughts and content. So the book gets me thinking every time. It's one of the books that changed my mentality and then orientation about how I see life. Because I read the book at the time that I was actually looking for how to transform my life. When I look at my life, I want to ask, what is the best use of this life? Okay, and I'm sure maybe sometimes too personally you have come to ask yourself, what is the best use of my life? At every point in time, at one point or the other, we have to answer that question. You have to answer that question, that what to what extent is your life? What is the true meaning of your life? Is life all about getting a job, giving birth, paying bills, growing old, and die? Is there more to life than does the regular thing everybody does? But personally, I think there's more to life than just getting a job, paying bills, raising children, and then grow old and then die. There should be more to your life. There's more to my life than this. So when I read that book, Live Full and Die Empty, okay, it changed my mentality that there's more to life than just doing the regular thing everybody does. Okay, I want to challenge you today. Okay, there is more to your life than you are living currently. Now, I titled my video, "Don't Die Before Sharing Your Story." Don't die before sharing your story. There is a story about your life that worth sharing. And why it worth sharing is because is an inspiration to somebody now and somebody in generations to come. But sometimes you've allowed a lot of things to crowd your your mind, your ability to see, you've allowed things to cloud your ability to see that you will have a story to share to the world. You have a story to share to the world. So don't die before you share your story. So while you are busy getting every means to pay your bills, you are busy up and down, you are running, you are getting burnt out, you are trying, the economy is pushing mental pressure on you. But I want to tell you that be aside that, there is a meaning to your life that you need to discover, such that when you discover that meaning to your life, it becomes a story that you share, that becomes an inspiration. Okay, it becomes something that's a part of you. Okay, there's a part of you that should make an impact in your locality, in your world, that you didn't go to school to learn. And that's the essence of this video. It is high time we began to look at that side of us that is born in us, that is naturally gifted to us, that is waiting for manifestation, that is going to take us beyond our education. There is something about us that should take us beyond our education. That no matter how bad the economy is, something that you are naturally given that takes you beyond education gives you a leverage, a competitive advantage in a world that is highly competitive, because that thing is unique to you. Science makes us to understand that each person has a unique thumbprint. Okay, when I got to understand that each of us has a unique at an early age, I understood when I got to understand that each of us has a unique fingerprint. Wow, it was a brain shattering discovery for me. And really, we have over 7 billion people in the world, and you are telling me each of us has a unique fingerprint. Does that tell you something? Have you really taken thoughts to think about it? Know that there is a grand plan. There is a this is a unique design that is not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. So that means if each of us have a unique handprint, that means that each of us is has something that another person does not have. That no matter that if you put all the 7 people in the world to compete, it will be there will be an area in which we will out compete the other person. I don't think you get what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that no matter how much competition it is in the world, there is something I have, there is something you have that makes you better, okay, than the other person else. So if I take my fingerprint for example, there's no amount of competition that you can have that you can put up against me to have my fingerprint. There is no amount of competition I have that I want to put up against you that can make me have your fingerprint. So my fingerprint is unique to me, is unique to me whether I'm in Africa or in Europe, whether I'm in US or in Australia. There is nobody else that has the same fingerprint that I have. So aside fingerprint, we are being told that no two people has the same genetic makeup. Okay, so it is a general knowledge now that the human DNA has been profiled. We've been able to profile the human genetic makeup. So that gives us a huge body of knowledge about how the complexity of each individual. Science now is going towards personalized medicine. Personalized medicine is born out of the fact that each person is unique. For example, if you give a drug to Mr. A, the way the drug will act in the body of Mr. A will be different from the way the body will act in Mr. B. It is not the same way it will act. Okay? It's not the same way it will behave in. Mrs. C, because each person handles the drug differently. So now let's come back to the point of this video. The point of this video is that you shouldn't die before sharing your story. I want to believe that as much as we have our fingerprint unique to each other, as we have our DNA composition unique to us, so also I believe strongly that each person's view of the world is unique. Each person's experience in life is unique. Each person's struggles is unique. Each person's dream is unique. So, in a world that is constantly commoditizing things, in a world that is constantly taking away people's identity, I want to challenge you today to find out your unique identity. I want to challenge you today to find your unique story. What makes you special? What makes you different from all the over 7 billion people in the world? Some of you, before you got trapped in your 9 to 5, you have a passion to sing. But now, you cannot even remember the last time you sang. But deep down within you, something is telling you you ought to be singing. But now you are trapped in an office 9 to 5. Okay? But something tells you deep you ought to be singing. There are some of you that your power is in your hands. You can write, but now what you do is basically system based, and it's far from using your hand. Some of you, you are artists, you're artistic. Some people are artistic, okay? But now what they do is far from being artistic. Why? Because the prayer of the world has made them to become like any other person. Don't mind you, there is constant battle between what we have been gifted naturally to make us unique and what the world wants to make us of. The world is trying to make us just like anybody else. The world is constantly taking our identity, our uniqueness, and want to make us become ordinary than like anybody else. But in your DNA is something unique that is crying for expression. I want to challenge you today. Start paying attention to that unique story of yours that makes you different from any other part of the or any other person in the world. That YouTube video you've refused to start. Somebody is waiting somewhere to hear your story. Somebody is waiting somewhere to learn about your unique view. But you think it's not good enough. Why not just start it? Give an expression to the inner self of you. Don't allow the world, don't allow the prayer of life to silence the voice inside of you. If you have a gifting in your hands, start using your hand. It may not be perfect, start somewhere. Some of you are gifted in your mouth. It may not be perfect, start using your mouth. Some of you, you have a control of your body. You are gymnastic, you are athletic, okay? But you have not given expression to it because you think it's not good enough. No, people that are good today, that we know about them using their gift and talent, did not start that way. They started in a little way, but they got better over time. And because they got better over time, they commanded the attention of people, okay? And they started getting platform. Don't wait until you get a platform to start manifesting and allowing your inner self to come out. Start from where you are. It is you that will command the platform. It's not the platform that will command you. It is you that would attract the platform you are waiting for. So don't wait for a time that somebody will going to invite you to come and show what you are made up of. Start showing it now. Start communicating your value. Nobody knows your value until you communicate it. Nobody knows your song until you write it and sing it. Nobody knows that you're artistic until you actually draw for us to sing. Nobody knows you can sing until you start to sing. Nobody knows you can organize an event until you organize the event. Nobody knows you know how to teach until you start to teach. It may not be the best, it may not be perfect. You may think that if you start, you'll be criticized. That is your enemy talking to you to remain ordinary like any other person. So I want to challenge you today. Don't die before you share your story. No matter how imperfect it is, your story is your story. Your uniqueness is your uniqueness. Give expression to your uniqueness. So that's the purpose of this video. My name is Jide. I currently live in Guelph, Canada. I'm an immigrant here, so I share content on living and traveling in Canada and having positive mindset to embrace, okay, the world and make something out of it. Okay, I am of the proposition that we are in this world to achieve a purpose. Each of us has a mandate. Each of us has something to add to our world to make it a better place, and we must not die until we fulfill that purpose. So thank you for watching this video. If you have watched this far, that means there's something in you crying for expression. Give it an expression. No matter how imperfect it may be at the beginning, push forward. Okay, and I'm sure we will hear your story. I'm waiting to hear your story. Thank you. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification button. Till next time, bye.